you need additional storage space for your home or business, Storage King USA is here to help and provide you with the best storage solution. With dozens of storage facilities across the United States, we have millions of square feet of storage space for nearly any storage need. We've been helping our customers store their belongings since 2003, and we're here to help you store yours too. Contact us today at StorageKingUSA.com to find out more. Absolute Storage Management is a leading provider of flexible management solutions for self-storage facilities. We manage over 150 self-storage across the United States. Since 2002, Absolute Storage Management has been assembling a team of seasoned subject matter experts. From managers to marketing specialists, our dedicated team of professionals is equipped with specialized knowledge to maximize the potential of your facility. Absolute Storage Management offers a comprehensive range of services to ensure your facility operates smoothly and efficiently. From marketing and customer service to facility maintenance and security, we have you covered. Our innovative and impactful technology solutions streamline operations, making it easier for your facility to capture leads, convert them into renters, and effectively manage rent collection. Absolute is one of the few AMO accredited management companies and was one of the first management companies to service SBA financing to owners using third-party management in the storage industry. Absolute understands that your bottom line matters. Our proven strategies and industry knowledge drive profit maximization. Let our track record of success speak for itself. Partner with Absolute Storage Management and experience the difference. Our expertise, reputation, comprehensive services, and proven performance make us the ideal choice for self-storage management. Contact Absolute Storage Management today and let us take your self-storage facility to new heights. Absolute Storage Management, your trusted partner in self-storage management.
A recent 2023 survey of independent self-storage executives, owners, and operators, 82% reported that missing calls at the facility level were their most critical service concern. The phones are still the lifeblood of the self-storage business. From capturing incoming rental opportunities to handling tenant needs, the phones still continue to be a central part of the business. Since 2000, XPS Solutions has partnered with and supports thousands of independently owned and operated facilities to handle millions of calls, payments, and rentals. Our innovative technology is instrumental in reducing operating expenses, driving revenue, and capturing five-star tenant experiences for our clients. One facility or 100, no matter how large or small your business is, XPS Solutions is the answer. 80% of calls your facility receives are from existing tenants. These calls are often tenants who want to know their balance, make a payment, obtain a gate code, or know when their lease is up. This can be incredibly time-consuming and detracts from catching prospect calls and renting units. With XPS 24/7 Pay by Phone, you automatically enable the tenant to obtain their balance and make a payment without engaging with the team member or agent. This dramatically reduces time spent on the phone and allows a smooth, self-serve customer experience. The other 20% of your calls are prospect opportunities. For years, software limited XPS's ability to convert and move in a rental from a call. However, now with the new integration into the property management systems, XPS rental experts can take those inquiries and convert callers into tenants in one call. With the XPS Rent Up solution, we directly integrate with many of the leading software management systems to lease up the prospect over the phone. This drives immediate occupancy and customer satisfaction the first time the prospect contacts your facility, while catching those precious leads when your team isn't available. Let's not overlook mobile and the opportunity it presents. Today's tenants need convenient options to engage with your business. XPS Solutions offers the industry's original tenant-facing mobile app, My Store Pal, which allows tenants to obtain their balance, make payments, access code details, store unit details such as pictures and contents, and contact customer service via chat, phone, or email right from the app. My Store Pal directly integrates with the largest software providers and reduces calls while driving a five-star customer experience. And speaking of 5-star experience, XPS Solutions integrates with Birdeye, one of the premier reputation management service providers, to capture positive feedback and customer reviews for every positive phone engagement we handle. This activity drives search engine ranking and ensures you have a regular, relevant, and positive feedback on your online platforms. XPS Solutions. It all happens over the phone. Contact us today to schedule a discovery call to capture what you're missing.
Are you a self-storage owner or operator looking for service providers to help at your facility? Well, the Storage Business Owners Alliance, also known as the SBOA, has you covered. The SBOA is a premier online hub for connecting self-storage owners and operators to industry-leading products and service providers. We provide one-stop shopping for your business with exclusive offers to save time and money. At the SBOA, we believe by coming together, we help owners and operators grow revenue, gain purchasing power, reduce expenses, improve efficiencies, and increase profitability. We also offer many resources such as our conferences and Self-Storage Unlock webinars to help self-storage owners and operators gain the knowledge needed to become more competitive in the industry. To become an SBOA member or to find out more information, please visit www.thesboa.com today. We can't wait for you to join the Alliance.
Good morning, everyone in self-storage land. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is our last episode here for Self-Storage Unlocked. I'm Iris Segan, president of the SBOA, and I'm really excited about our panel today. We had quite the long intro this morning, so I'm going to jump right in. Our topic today is managing calls with clarity, empathy, and professionalism. Very quickly before we get started, I know that many of you have already been active in the chat. Thank you for that. If you have questions for the speakers today, we want to answer as many live as we possibly can. So just put those questions in the chat and I'll jump in as often as possible and try to get those questions answered for you. If for some reason we don't get to your question, we will follow up with an email. So everyone who is registered, we have your email already, and we'll follow up with you. We'll also be asking poll questions throughout. You'll see it on the ticker down below, like we have a ticker going right now. And we'll also put the poll questions in the chat. Please do take a moment to just answer those poll questions. There's only about 4 of them, and it helps us get to know our audience better. So I am going to just jump in and get started. First up, I am going to introduce one of my, well, all of these people are my favorite people in self-storage. We have Dave Cooper from Storage King. Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm great, Iris. Hi, how are you? And thank you for the invite.
Well, it's great to have you. Thank you for joining us. If you would just tell everybody quickly who you are, what you do, and what you think about answering calls.
Sure. My name is Dave Cooper, Director of Operations with Storage King USA, based out of Southwest Florida. Been in the industry about 34 years, and it's amazing at just how the customers' expectations have evolved over the decades since I started in the industry, and how we've gotten to where we are today. But it's certainly something that demands our attention whenever we're answering calls, and you have to be ready for the unexpected. So it's every day is a new challenge. You never know what you're going to get, and you're just going to be prepared for it. So I'm excited to dive into this conversation with these other great panelists.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Dave. We'll see you back in a minute or two. And next up, I have Chris Field. Hi, Chris. How are you today?
Hey, Iris. I'm great. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's wonderful to have you here. You're our newbie here on Self Storage Unlocked. So tell everybody a little bit about you and what you do at Access Self Storage.
Sure. So I work for Access, an operations manager. We've got 32 locations on the East Coast, from the Jersey Shore to the Maine coast. And, we kind of oversee everything. We're jack of all trades in our operations department. So we monitor a lot of calls and train on a lot of calls, and got to show a lot of empathy these days.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
Well, great. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you back in just a minute or two.
Thanks.
Next up, we have Grace Toddy. Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm well. Good morning, Iris.
I think everyone probably knows who you are, but just for the few who don't, please tell them a little bit about you and what you do over at Absolute Storage Management.
That's a really scary thought. Is that a good reputation or a bad reputation?
Well, we all know it's a great reputation. Your smiling face is always welcome.
I hope that doesn't change after this call. My name is Grace Toddy. I work for Absolute Storage Management. Absolute Storage Management is one of the third-party management companies available for owners who are looking to exit the daily operations of their facility. Specifically, I oversee two primary components of the customer's experience. And so I oversee the marketing department and the sales center department as well. And I just love that, because you asked, what do I think about taking calls, as kind of that intro question. In my seat in the company, I think it's a really great opportunity for us to create and control the property's reputation in the local community. And that's ultimately a huge decision point for customers who are choosing a storage facility, is what is that reputation. And so I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to share what I've learned and what I am continuing to learn about the customer's experience.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll see you back in a couple of minutes. Can't wait to hear from you some more. And last but obviously not least, we have Shannon from XPS Solutions. How are you this morning, Shannon?
So good. Thanks for having me, Iris.
Well, thank you for being here. You really helped us put this all together today. And just tell everybody a little bit about you, what you do over at XPS. And, this was your topic. Tell us what we are going to accomplish today.
For sure. So my name is Shannon. I'm with XPS Solutions, and we are, I like to say, the premier self-storage call center here in the industry. And, you asked what is the kind of the purpose and what are our thoughts on taking calls. And I wouldn't be remiss if I don't say what I always say, which is, first and foremost, please answer the phone. Just beginning with, please do it. But today's topic is something that's really close to our heart too. And I think Dave touched on this as well, but having a little empathy in this day and age it's a big deal. And it is something that I think we want to make sure that we get the word out in the whole industry, so that we give self-storage a good name. And we always say a rising tide raises all ships. And so if we just all do this well and treat our tenants well, then we leave people with a really good impression of what we do around here.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful philosophy. I'm going to bring everybody back up. There we go. And so I'm going to just get started a little bit with our panel questions. So let's start with a little bit about just understanding the changing tenant demographic. How have you seen the primary tenant demographic shift in recent years? how does that affect how we handle customer calls? Chris, I'll start with you.
Sure. So we've seen our demographics get a lot younger
Mhm.
and a lot more demanding or hand-holding. And they don't like to dial us up on the phone. So we really try to meet them wherever they want to be met, whether it's through email and the website, or web chat, or texting. Wherever they want to meet, we are there and ready to meet them.
Where do you find that they like to meet the most?
Texting. The
Texting.
most response is from texting. Absolutely.
And my guess too. What about you, Shannon?
Yeah, for sure. That I would say be available for all of those methods of customer support, and especially for taking payments. Let them do it from their phone, for either an app or on the your website, or better yet, just get them on auto pay to begin with. The fewer touches, the happier people tend to be in general. But agree, yeah, the demographic is definitely shifting younger, and the way that they want to communicate is different. I would say, looking ahead to the future, I think video is going to be coming on strong with the way, I mean, nobody just talks to their mom anymore. It's FaceTime, right? We don't just have a phone call in business anymore. It's a Zoom. And so when people do want to talk, I think that as we make it more and more and more tech centric, people crave that personal connection and being able to see them. So I expect video to be a big portion of that.
That's a great point. And Grace, what unique challenges do you think, different demographic groups present when it comes to phone interaction?
Yeah, I really echo everything that Shannon and Chris said about the way individuals want to talk to us is shifting. We haven't seen changes in like where proximity of where our current customers are. I looked at this year compared to years past, and most of our customers, 53%, are still within 4 miles from the property. Most of them, like the gender breakout is the same, but it's that age brackets that are shifting, and they're shifting down. So larger percentages that are younger, which is why folks want to communicate in different kind of non-traditional methods.
Mm-hmm.
And so technology is like just having the systems that allow you to have a video call instead of just a phone call is a challenge. We're also seeing higher demands for different languages too. So making sure that our internal call center is staffed accordingly, and that there's technology that can route those calls when somebody needs a different language. And it's not always a traditional language that you might need.
That's a great point too. What about you, Dave?
That's a great question. I think the challenge for us is dealing with these different expectations from your clients, right? I mean, we have that demographic that is still craving customer service, and they're finding it more and more increasingly difficult to get. It's amazing how little effort it now requires to stand out from everyone else in the spirit of customer service. And for those people, it's offering to hold their hand, invite them to the facility while they're on the phone, and walk them through the process. So, I think they're craving that extra attention. And then you have that other demographic that really just wants to be left alone. They'd rather go it alone, and, the post-COVID client, if you will, that wants to self-serve. However, I find that when they do need assistance, they don't want to wait for it. They want it here and now. And you're probably going to get the request via email or text message, or through a video agent, if you will, or some sort of FaceTime mechanism. And they're looking for immediate answers and resolution. So the challenge for us is to balance what the customer's expectations are, whether they want to have that hand holding and be invited to come in and tour the facility, or whether they just want you to send everything to them in a text message and be waiting in the wings for any questions that they may have. So it's a little bit of a balancing act dealing with it. I find that the older I get, the younger the customers are getting, and it certainly seems like text messaging is becoming more of the norm as far as communications these days.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And then that brings us to the clarity in communication. I like how Grace touched on, different languages being important. That's obviously going to make clarity a very big factor. What are some strategies besides that, of course, that ensure clear communications during difficult calls, especially when explaining complex policies or procedures. Dave, I'm going to go straight to you with that one because I already know your answer and I love it.
Well, my answer is don't have complex policies and procedures. Try to make them as simple as you possibly can for your customers and make them easy to understand. When you have to manage a difficult call, start by stopping, right? Stopping everything else that you're doing and truly listen to the customer. They say that most people, when they're listening, they're not truly listening. They're subconsciously listening while they're doing 5 other tasks. And if you have a difficult customer, stop and just start listening to the customer, right? Then provide a clear answer or advise that you'll research and respond with a clear answer once it's available. If you still can't get that clarity out through the phone call, invite them to the facility. Invite to show them whatever it is that may give them the resolution to the issue that they have. But I think the easier that you can make your policies and procedures, the less conflict or confusion you'll have from your customers.
Absolutely. Shannon, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I love that, Dave. That's actually the first time I've heard it put in that way, that the first thing to do is just stop. I think that's a really, really good idea, and agree with, making sure things are simple. Here's the thing that's not simple is that sometimes I want what you don't want to give me. And that is simply a difficult situation.